In my last video, I talked about how my current game and process made me start to love making games again. But there's one central thing I haven't truly detailed: the actual game I'm making. So here we are. My game is called The Collection. In the game, you will travel between islands that seem weirdly isolated from the rest of the world. On those islands, you will encounter two types of events. A battle event, in a turn-based style, where you manage your movement and action points. And a special event. It could be a curiosity, an NPC, or a choice to make. Going through all of this will help you understand what's happening to you and to the world. For now, the game is still in a really early stage. I'm still figuring out how to balance work and development since I recently started an internship in game dev. But here is what I can already show you. I'll start with the battle system. As I said, it's a turn-by-turn battle system where you have three major indicators to compose with. The action points, which lets you use your skills, the movement points, which let you move on the grid-based map, and of course the health points, which you have to take in consideration along with your movement and action skill. Each turn, you can preview the cells of the grid that will be attacked by the enemy. So, you will have to manage your movement points in order to stay safe. Or you could decide to get close to the enemy to attack him, but it will maybe cost you some HP. For now, the character has three different actions. The move action, which lets you move around the map. The slash, which is a basic sword attack, which deals a good amount of damage, but has poor range. It costs 1 action point. The shoot skill, which costs 2 points of action, and which can deal either a poor amount, a good amount, or a critical amount of damage. How so? For this skill, I made a minigame where a crosshair is moving first horizontally, then vertically on the target. By clicking at the right time, you can aim for critical impacts to boost your damage. Now, let's go to the technical part. Okay, let's break down how I set up the battle system. First, the battle manager. My battle manager script is used to emit signals, calculate each character, playable or enemy initiative, and decide which one will start taking turns. When the calculations are done, a signal is emitted telling the right character it's your time to play. The signals are caused by the character action scripts which every entity possesses. It does two main things: stores the character stats and stores the character actions. The character stats are made using Godot's resource system. I have one resource called unit stats, storing data like health points, movement capacity, initiative and action points. Within the character action script, I have an array of resources which contains all of the character actions and their behaviors. For now, this system is working, but I might rework it at some point. Now, let's get to the special events we mentioned earlier. The special events can sometimes appear on an island instead of a battle event. Those events will make you interact with non-aggressive NPCs, or make you make a choice that will maybe have an impact on your stats or progression. My main inspiration for those events is the events from Slay the Spire. Sometimes in this game, you could choose to navigate to a interrogation point level, which could lead you to an event with its pros and its cons. So, I decided that I could make something similar to give some variety to the exploration of the islands. I'm still developing it, so I can't show you all the event types yet. Here it is for the main features of the game. I've already implemented a lot of other systems, like a simple cinematic system to launch an animation, but most of them are not fully implemented in the game yet, so I will show them when they'll be fully done. In addition to the main features, I've also made an animation for the main menu, which acts as an overlay of UI on the hub island, which will be the starting point of the adventure. I've also implemented an outline shader, inspired by one found on Godot Shader website, that I modified for my personal use. It's used, for example, when hovering the altar on the hub island to get a visual feedback on which element can be interacted with. I'm currently working on making a short demo of 3 to 4 islands. I'll give you a summary of what I'm planning to do next. A navigation menu for the character to move between the islands, also inspired by games like Inscription or Slay the Spire. New skills for the actual training bot enemy, for it to be a real challenge and not just some mechanical punching back. And an NPC event, giving the player some context about the world the game takes place in. And that's all for this devlog. Thank you very much if you stayed until the end. I'm planning on focusing really hard on development, so I don't know when the next video will be. In the meantime, be free to give me feedback on what you think about the project. It was just another indie dev. See you in the next video.